Another video under series string manipulation of my YouTube channel Software Engineering Hub. So today's problem is to find the longest substring of a string which contains at most two distinct characters. It means you have to find a substring which is longest in length out of that given string, and which only contains at most, it means not more than two distinct or unique characters. So we have couple of examples over here, so let's have a look on those. So the first example input is ECEBA. So if you try to find out it's all the substrings. So basically ECE is one of them which is having the longest length, and you can see that it only has uh, at max it has two distinct characters, that is E and C. It does not have any other characters which is unique. Maybe it does not have any B or A or something. So it only has two unique characters, E and C. So the output would be either the length of that string or substring, or the substring itself. In the second example, similarly, the input is CCAA triple B. So this substring A8 and 3 times B is the longest one, which have only at most two unique or distinct characters, that is A and B. And similarly for the third string, there are three options, A, B, B, C and CA. So these are the three substrings which are longest, as well as they are having two distinct characters only. And similarly for the like A and B, A, B, C and other examples that we have. So what we have to do is we have to implement basically a function which will take this string as an input, and we have to basically find what will be the longest substring of that given string, which only contains two unique characters. Okay, so the problem is understood, I think, and if anybody is having any questions or doubt, he or she can ask that over the comment section of the video, and we'll be discussing over there. Let's start with the solution part. I have already written the structure of the function and also the function calling part. So I have basically called it 5 times with 5 different inputs, and like have commented the one, like the bottom ones, like we'll be uncommenting those once the solution is implemented. So what we'll be doing is basically will be, first thing would be to find all the substrings. So there will be a mechanism which will be implemented to find all the substrings, and then for each substring we'll be checking whether that substring only contains at max two distinct characters. So using set we can find out like how many unique characters or distinct characters a string is having. Okay, so now once we get this substring which is only having at most two distinct characters, we'll be checking it against the longest substring variable, which will be initializing at the start of the function only, uh, to make sure that to basically have a check that the substring that we have got is its length is greater than the the previous one. And if it is so, then we'll be reinitializing that variable, the longest substring variable with the new substring. And similarly it will be happening for each substring which is having at most two distinct characters. Okay, so I think that is clear now. So let's move to the implementation part. So first of all, let's initialize a variable called longest substring as empty string, which will be using to make a comparison with previous and current substring, for finding the longest one. And then now create a loop for I in range of from 0 to length of string. Okay, and then there will be another loop, inner loop, for j in range I plus 1. So this is basically mechanism to find all the substring. length of string plus 1. Okay, so now this way we'll be able to find all the substring. If you want to check whether all the substrings are getting generated or not, we can just simply put a print over here, string and slicing A and J. So we'll be basically, for the timing, we are printing on only the substrings to make sure that substring part is working correctly. Let's run it once. Okay, so for this ECBA input, all the substrings, possible substrings are being printed. So excuse me. Okay, so now let's comment this out or remove this part. Let's store the substring in a variable. Substring as string of I and J slicing. And now we will be having a check if length of set of substring. So why substring set? So this set of substring will be basically giving us a set of unique characters only out of that string. So it will tell us like how many unique characters are there in the string. So if you're not aware of this, let me show you over here. So let's say we have a string called ABC, right, and D or maybe and B. So it only has 1, 2, 3, 4 unique characters, and the fifth one is the repeated. So if we do set of ST, then you get only 4 characters, B, A, C, D. So B is not getting repeated again, right? So you got 4 characters. So set basically returns to the unique characters are being given in string. Okay, so what we are doing is we are finding the length of a set of substring, and now we will be checking whether it is less than or equal to 2, because we only are interested in substring which is having at most 2 unique characters. Okay. So now we have got that check ready, that the substring is only having at most 2 unique or distinct characters. Now we want to have a check that if length of the substring is get greater, because we also want to have the longest string, right? So we'll be basically having this check for longest, and if it is longer, then we'll keep on assigning it to the longest substring variable. If length of substring is greater than length of longest substring, then we'll be simply assigning that substring to longest substring variable, and at the end of the function we'll just return this longest substring variable. Okay, so it will be getting returned, and also the function where we are calling the function, that thing is getting printed, so it will work fine. So now let's run it for the first call. Okay, so for ECEBA it is printing ECE, and let's have a look in the example. Okay, so that's the correct one. So it seems the implementation is correct. So now let's enable all the function calls with the inputs that for all the examples that we have, and check whether our function is producing the correct result or not. Let's run it again. ECA, okay, let's check all the functions, all the inputs. ECA, it is ECA 3 characters. For example, 2 CCABB, the output is A, B, 3 times B, that is 5. So again it is correct. And for third example, there are multiple options, but the length of it, all the options is only 2. So it is AB, one of those options. And example 4, for A it is length 1, that is A, correct. And for ABACC there are other again multiple options. So ABAC is one of them, and then also the this is also the longest one, which is another option that we have, and which is of length 4. So that can also be an option, so we have printed that one. Okay, so it is the correct solution, and we have tested it against 5 examples. And if you have any questions related to this problem or the solution itself, or the approach which has been implemented or has been used in this solution, you can ask those in the comment section. Also you can email me if, with your queries uh, on my email ID. So my email ID, I'm writing it here, shubham.jagdish at gmail.com. You can ask any question over here. And if you have loved this video, please like the video and share it with your friends who are preparing for any technical interviews or which requires coding. And also please subscribe to the channel and click on bell so that you get notified. Thank you for your support so far. And also if you'll be subscribing, so that will kind of give a motivation to me to create more quality contents going forward. Thanks a lot. Thanks. Bye.